What is up, you guys? Happy August 1st. And as many of you know, today is the day that many, and I do mean many, LEGO sets are releasing. 8 of those being Yavin 4, Yoda's Jedi Starfighter, the Spider Tank, Mando's N1 Starfighter Micro Fighter, the 332nd Battle Pack, the Darth Vader mech, the Boba Fett mech, and the Stormtrooper mech. So all 8 of those have released today. Now, by the time this video's out, they'll probably be out of stock everywhere, but, like, whenever you're watching this, but it depends on when you're watching. If you're watching this, like, a year or two after it's been out, you could probably find them, but most of you are probably going to be watching this right as the stuff have come out. So, we're not going to talk about that, but anyway, moving on, I just can't believe it's here, but I decided that since the only August 1st set I had was the Spider Tank, which there is a review out on the channel now, and I wanted to get that one as an early review, because if I had 2 of the August 1st sets, I probably would have just reviewed one of them early, and then kept one for today, but I was only able to get one, so yeah, that's that, and yeah, so I decided, you know what, since I can't review any of the new August sets, because I don't have them, why not review this one that came out last year for August 1st? If some of you don't remember, this one actually came out last year on August 1st, and this came out for $170. That's a pretty big price. Now, in today's video, we're going to find out if it's worth that price tag. Most of you already know the answer, but yeah. Anyway, let's get into the review, and if I haven't said it enough, happy August 1st. So here we have probably the second best minifigure of 2022, the first best being Phase 2 Cody. Let's get into him. This is Cad Bane, but revamped for 2022. I'm shocked that they actually still did the Justifier, but when they did the Justifier, when it was announced, I was like, they better have a sick-looking Bane, and they did deliver to that. They did deliver to that. Although, I guess they worked so hard on Bane that they just didn't think about the 212 Troopers, but that doesn't mean I forgive them for him, but that's just my opinion. But anyway, moving on, we have some nice back printing. He has his breathing apparatus with his a new face print, which you can react whenever Bane loses his hat, and he's just fighting without it. But yeah, the hat, as always, Bane always looks goofy with his hat, and he definitely doesn't look as goofy as that giant hat, which is probably like 2 of these hats, but anyway, he has some nice leg and feet printing, which is cool, and I didn't expect. And overall, this is a really good figure. Also, a new hat mold, I believe. He's got pistols here, and yeah, dual wielding pistols. And yeah, that's all I have to say about this minifigure. Again, it is also it is one of 3 exclusive characters to this set. Those being Bane, Toto 360, which we'll see in just a second, and Omega. Let's get into them. And here we have probably the cutest minifigure of this set. It's Toto 360. I expected them to do like a 2-piece like Baby Yoda where you could like move his head, but no, you can't really move any of him. He's just a mold that they made, and then they slapped some printing on. But the mold does look real good. We have this big stud down here, so you could like attach it to like, so you can attach it to like a stud. But yeah, anyway, it looks really good. I love the printing on here. We have like the back of his helmet there, there's that head there, and yeah, this all overall looks real good for our first Toto 360. And I have been waiting for a Toto 360 ever since I saw him in Clone Wars, so I'm so glad that we got him. Another minifigure I've been waiting for since Bad Batch has been Omega. When they released the Bad Batch attack shuttle, then, I mean, I was just shocked that they included a Gonk droid, which, okay, there is a Gonk droid in Bad Batch, but people really wanted the Omega, not another Gonk droid. We would have been fine, and the set would have been better if they had included, like, this Omega instead of a Gonk droid. Or if they included Omega instead of Crosshair. I would have loved that minifigure lineup. But anyway, we're not talking about the Bad Batch attack shuttle or what minifigures I would have liked. Well, we were, but anyway, we're talking about Omega here. This is our first Lego Omega, and I love the way this turned out. She's got some, we're gonna move the handcuffs for whenever Bane takes her hostage, then he puts handcuffs on her, and we're just gonna go ahead and remove these. And you do get this pair, so yeah, it does come with it. But anyway, moving on, she has some nice printing on her arms, no dual molds, which I have expected, but whatever. Anyway, we have the yellow Harry Potter hair for her hair, and a new print here with like this like smile expression. It's like smiling face, and then this mad startled mean face. And then we have some back printing here, some torso printing, and honestly, I kind of wish they had done the mid legs, like, that are, like, in between the tall legs and the short legs that can actually bend and have some studs on them. But I think this probably works best here for her size. But if they did Omega from Bad Batch Season 2, they would have to do the midi legs. And obviously that would be much different from what we see here. So here we have Hunter. He is pretty much the exact same from what we see in the Bad Batch attack shuttle. Although the leg print might be different, but I believe it is the same. He has his knife there. He has this gun. His attire is in all gunmetal gray. And right now, this is the only way that you can get Hunter, because the Bad Batch attack shuttle retired at the end of 2022. So that meant that Wrecker, Tech, Echo, and Crosshair, they're gone. So they're in a set that has retired, and before it retired, it was already $100. So that set is like gone up in value, I'm pretty sure, obviously. It's because of those exclusive minifigs, and at the time, Hunter was exclusive. But now, you can get him for a $170 set. Yay. But anyway, yeah, you got the same face with the Snape hair, or Kylo Ren hair, well, Ben Solo, I guess. But yeah, it's a stillborn minifigure, but I mean, it's definitely, I can tell why they included it, and it's definitely necessary. Our last minifigure is Fennec Shand. This is the same Fennec Shand we saw in Boba's Palace with the leg printing, arm printing, torso print, even the same hairpiece. And yeah, I believe the face is still the same. She has her helmet, that's still the same, except for her accessories. And I believe this is the third Fennec Shand Lego's ever made, and the first two being the one that came in the light cruiser, which was, I'm pretty sure, the same as this, and the other one being the same as in Boba's Palace, and they both had snipers, except Fennec Shand here, she actually has a pistol, and she has the briefcase with the money in it. But anyway, no meme intended. And here we have the Justifier. So, I usually talk about the side builds before the actual main build itself, but because this side build's not that important, we'll talk about it afterwards. So yeah, moving on, starting from the front, it does look pretty cool for a good forward look, and this is definitely the biggest set of the year, 2022 at least, and it definitely has a lot of things going for it. So yeah, let's zoom out, and I'll show you a different angle. So here we have the back. So we have a bunch of greebling back here, and the same, but flipped on the same exact side. Over here, sorry guys, over here, you can see these big panels, which, as you probably saw in the box, you can actually lift up, and there's a spring-loaded shooter here. Well, there's a sling-loaded missile there, and for this, you can just do like that, and it fires off like that. But then if you lose it, you actually get an extra one in there that you can just go ahead and reload and go ahead and fire it off. Now that is pretty cool. But moving on to the guns, and that is the exact same for the other side. No other alternate weapons or anything. And then appears mine is missing, but that's okay. It comes with extras. But anyway, moving on. We have some nice ventilation here, and I think that looks really cool. But then back here we have like a bit of thrust on this tiny booster, not the main one, which we'll get to in a second. But yeah, we have like these cannons that can move like this because they're on these little joints, but I don't think they're really meant to, because, well, they just stay in one place. So honestly, it's okay, but it's honestly something that they shouldn't have included, you know? Just like build them out of studs or bricks. But anyway, moving to the back, here is probably the most technic part of this set. Let's zoom out and I'll show you. And so here we come to the technic part. So the main technic part is this big hammer here, and the way that works is you just pull this up and you get it into flight position. As you can see, when you pull it down, the landing gear actually come down, and when you pull it up, the landing gear go up. And this is what it looks like in flight position, and I think it looks really good. And so here we have the cockpit. Also, as I've seen, we have the stickers here, and these are stickers, and as you can see, well, you probably can't see, but IRL, in real life, aka, for some of you who don't know. Anyway, I didn't get it perfect, so there's a bit of an air bubble, if you can see, and that's just not optimal. And these stickers on these clear pieces, as you can probably see right there, there's a bit of something there. That's like an air bubble, I think. And I really wish they just print these clear pieces, so then we wouldn't get the air bubbles like that. But then we have these little things down here that are kind of tricky to get, so... But yeah, anyway, moving on the front with the cockpit, we have some stickers over here with some detailing, same over here. And then to access the cockpit is really easy. You can just pull up like that, and you have full access. Let's get a different angle on this. Although one more thing to note is that a bit of colorfulness there with like the translucent green and the light green there. That's a bit of a Easter egg it is, or it kind of looks like an Easter egg from a distance, you know? So here we have the cockpit, and as you can see, with just showing you a bunch of stuff, some of my parts have come out, and we're gonna move the seat there, and you can see there's this thing of like two very shiny studs there with a thermal detonator on the top. It's supposed to like resemble just a big stack of them. And then that is a thermal detonator, and then there's like a lightsaber hilt there from like a Jedi Bane's probably killed. And yeah, moving on, as you can probably see, as I showed, the seat, it can move for Bane, and with Bane, you can actually take off his blasters, and you can clip them right over on these clips, these tan clips back here, and they look pretty good there, and nice storage there. But then you can place Bane here, and... yeah, with Bane there, he looks really good, and you can move his seat to like make him lean back a bit more if you want. And yeah, now back here with the prison cell is where it's interesting. So for the like ray shield part, there's like this red translucent like window piece with like this black 1x6 on the top. And what you can do is you can take Omega, and there's a ton of studs in there, so you could even like pretend like Hunter or someone had like taken over the ship, and they had, like, freed Omega, and they had trapped Bane. So you could even put Bane and Toto 360, which we'll get to where he can go in just a second. And, yeah. But anyway, you can just slide that back in there, and there's some studs to hold it in place. But you can take Toto 360, and there's some studs out there where you can place them there. And, yeah. So it all looks real good. And let's, I'll show you the last part of this, the back door. As some of you can barely see, there's a back door down there. Now, it's kind of hard to get, so you'd ultimately have it holding, but whenever you're holding it, you can actually just drop this down like that. And with this little accessories right here, which isn't much, there's like this little thing right here, this little thing right here, and then there's like some Imperial like boxes, I guess. And the Imperial boxes are mainly what's holding these two plates together. Like, they are the thing that's holding these two plates together. Which there are some stickers for the top of the boxes, but I think that they really look good here. But what you can do is, you can just slide this cart, well, this like the little thing right here. I don't know why you'd slide a little plot of land in there, but I guess you do, so yeah. But anyway, what you can do is you can just take it. I'll move my hand, and as you can see, you just slide it in like so. And then you can close that up, and now you can take your little plot of whatever planet they were on, and yeah, you have it with you. So yeah, let's zoom out and I'll give you my final thoughts. Overall, and I will make this joke, you'll know which joke it is in a second, but anyway, overall for $170, the Justifier, I think it justifies its value. For some of you who got the joke there. But anyway, as I said, this is worth $170 in my opinion. True, there's not much interior. I usually I usually display my sets. So for some of you younger people out there who like to play with your models, I still think this has a lot for playability. You got those spring-loaded missiles, you can swoosh it around, you got a couple extra minifigures that can have their own like little side quests, like they can fight each other. And yeah, I think this is worth the $170 price tag. I mean, what more could you want for this? I mean, other than, well, actually, I think this is like the perfect minifigure lineup for the Justifier. I mean, there's nothing they could have added to this that would have made it better. But they're just them things that I'm glad they added that make it that great. Just like that prison cell. I really didn't expect them to do that, but I'm glad they did. But anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this review. And as I've already said, happy August 1st. Yeah, so that's going to wrap it up. And I'll see you all next time. Happy August 1st again.